Welcome to the New Amsterdam Town Hall, the best podcast bringing you all things New Amsterdam Football Club. Each week, you're going to get to know some of our coaches, players, and even our owners, and we're also going to bring you conversations with some of the top professionals in the American soccer scene. Let's dive in.
Hey, so welcome back to the podcast. We have Coach Bouna here. Really happy to have you sit down, talk with us. But today's episode is going to be interesting. We want to get to know you more as a person, kind of your player experience, really interesting and amazing background. So we all know Bouna time, but we want to know where that came from. So let's start with the background. And what was it like coming from Senegal to the United States? And what was it like growing up in Senegal playing soccer?
Well, Evan, thanks for having me here. And I'm so grateful that I have a chance to share my story with the listeners. Senegal is a country that's dominated by soccer. Just like here, we're talking about basketball and baseball. Senegal, every street you turn around, somebody playing soccer. So as soon as you can walk, the first thing they get you, if you're a boy, is a soccer. It's a soccer ball. The women's side, soccer is not a big thing, but in the men's side, everything is about soccer. So when I was coming to the United States, they tell me, you coming to the United States, the first thing I ask them, do they play soccer? and my dad was like, we don't know, but good luck.
So who did you actually look up to? Like, who was like an idol of yours in the soccer when you were kind of growing up?
Well, there was a former Senegalese goalie in the 90s. I mean, in my generation, everybody who was a goalie, you want to be like him. Okay. Just like the generation of the legend Tony Miola. So
yeah,
like just like a Tony Miola. So you're like, oh my God, Tony Miola. So there was a guy named Cherchek. He's like right now running for the federation. So I wanted to be like him. That's the only one I say I want to be like him. And after that, I want to be myself.
Okay. Wow. So
yeah,
you arrive in America, and I think you might be the only person that I've ever heard of that played high school in New York City, college in New York, and pro in New York. So why don't you start with Martin Luther King Jr. High School is one of the best in the country for soccer. So how, talk about your experience there and how it kind of, accelerated you, or maybe just tapped into your potential to kind of got you on the road to being pro.
Well, MLK is the powerhouse when it comes to soccer. So I just fell right in front of the coach's feet. He was looking for a goalie, and somebody came to my house, and I heard them because I came to the United States in 1997. No English, nothing. I was just sitting home. My brothers, my three older brothers, they just go work. I just sit home, nothing. All of a sudden, some people from MLK visited my house. I was a little kid. I just heard them soccer, and I jump up. I tell them, hey, I'm a goalie. But the way they look at me, I was skinnier than a breadstick. And they say, you a goalie? I'm like, yeah, I'm a goalie. Come to our school. And I get to MLK, Coach Jake, who's like a godfather to a lot of us. You a goalie? I say, yes. He said, no, you too skinny. Then he took me out to the gym, try out a little bit. Like, interesting. That's how I entered MLK. And I found a lot of Caribbean player there, Latino, and some African players. And then I fit right in. So it was the beginning of my career from MLK. And to me, my biggest thing I like about MLK, I got a chance to play at Icon Stadium when it was the big stadium, where they say Pele, the Cosmos. So I had a chance to play in that stadium. Now, when you go to Ronald's Island, it's a very different stadium. So I can say MLK was a stepping stone towards what I wanted to be, because since I was 6 years old, I wanted to be a professional soccer player, and I wanted to play for Senegal national team. And I did both of them. And plus, I ended up being the captain.
Wow. So, I mean, yeah, everybody from New York knows that MLK is where you want to play in high school. And you ended up staying in New York, going to college, and then you played professional in New York. Now we're professional in New York as well. Can you describe like what's it like playing in New York City? How is it different from other cities? Because you played also in Colorado and Los Angeles.
So after college in Albany, there was two teams I wanted to play for. That was New York Red Bulls and the Columbus Crew. I used to follow them closely, but things happen, and I ended up going to Colorado, and then they brought me back to New York, where it's like home. Because a lot of my friends lived in New York City, in Harlem. A lot of the Senegalese population, they live in Harlem. So when I used to play,
Oh,
a lot of the people used to come to the stadium. The fact that I was also currently with the national team. So when I was playing, I can feel like I'm a little bit home in Senegal. A lot of those people used to come and watch and support and all those stuff. So I feel like New York is my home. Up to Senegal, New York is my second home. Grew up here, did everything here. So we've been very blessed and very happy to have a chance to play a great team like New York Red Bulls, where I shared locker room with Thierry Henry, Rafa Marquez, Pablo Angel, you name it, so and so. So it was great sharing those guys in the locker room and playing for New York Red Bulls.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of everybody's dream in New York City to kind of follow in that path. When we're talking about your second home, we talked about going to preseason Senegal. And I was I never really considered how it would look. And I don't think a lot of people know like what that day would look like. You wake up in the morning, like I have no idea how that would look. So I would love if you could just explain like what a day training in Senegal would look like. Because I know what it's like to train in New York, but I have no idea what it's like a day in the life in Senegal.
Well, get a sun lotion if we are in the summertime. I mean, it's going to be very different and interesting. And I can tell you, we go there for preseason, we're going to be the fittest team ever. We can play 2 90-minute back to back without anybody getting tired. So
yeah, you're talking about the sand next to the water. We go fishing. I mean, it's all included.
Yeah. So if you like surfing, I don't surf. I never surf. I don't even know how to surf. But my house is 30 seconds from the Ocean Atlantic. So I know you're going to be surfing. You're going to be running and on the sand and get your legs strong and surfing. And there's a lot of touristic area we can go visit, which is historic. At the same time, we got a chance to play. You may even chance to see some of the superstar for the Senegalese national team, because I can just pick up the phone and call Sadio Mane, El Hadj Diouf, Papis Demba Cisse, just tell them, hey, I have my team here. I want you guys to come see them. Even have a scrimmage match against a youth national team or those superstars. So that would be something. I know you would love to play against Sadio Mane, so you can kick the out of him.
I think I would lose that. I think I would. I've never seen someone like. He's so much stronger than he looks. Like he's. I mean, he's huge, but then he actually is made out of stone. Like he's actually.
And he's always, when you play in Europe, and you know how they care about fitness. Sadio Mane, I think Liverpool kind of changed him. He's always lifting, but not heavy, but something he's very cut. But I think you may get one or two on him. I trust you. I trust you.
But out of 1,000.
Yeah. But one thing I would say, if we go to Senegal for preseason, we're gonna come back humble. Because then we're gonna appreciate what we have here in the United States. Senegal is a third world country where, one old pair of boots here in the United States could be something new for someone in Senegal. So we're gonna learn to appreciate what we got in the United States, where we got plenty. When you go back there, it's the sources are very limited, which is, New Amsterdam have been really helping me, because President Lawrence donated money, donated some equipment. So I sent it to my academy back home to help the kids. I think that would be an eye opener for a lot of us when we go over, if we go to Senegal for preseason.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Really, I think it'd be because a lot of it. I was going to ask what you would want to bring to our team or to New York, to America from Senegal, and that's humility. It's something obviously that you can't have enough of, to be honest, and it's something I wish you could see firsthand, because sometimes you don't understand it until you see it firsthand. But do you think? What do you think you've kept from Senegal? What do you think is like a characteristic you've kept from Senegal even though, you've been in America for, since 97, what do you think you've kept? What is still there that you keep from home?
It's my language, because my brother that lives in Senegal, they speak it every day. I speak it better than them. They ask me, how did you manage to speak a pure Wolof? Why you been in the United States over 20 years? And sometimes I tell them some words in Wolof, they be like, we never know about that. I say, actually it is. So my identity has who I am, has a Senegalese, has a person. Just the way my parents raised me, humble, and I trust everybody and I believe everybody till you prove me wrong. And you and I, we have a talk about that. So that's the type of person I am. I believe in anybody. The benefit of doubt till you prove me wrong, then I move on. So my culture, language, which is a big part of it, my religion, and also who I am as a person. That's why the same person you met today, tomorrow, when you come back, I'll be the same person.
Wow, that's really great. And I guess just some random questions about, because I can go on all day asking about your background. What did you like? I was going to ask, like, a coaching moment you remember from your past, like just something that sticks out in your head that kind of either made you want to be a coach or like kind of molded you in a way. I have a couple that just like, that's why I wanted to be a coach, or that was really good coaching. Do you have a moment?
I think it's Henri Kasperzak. He's a former, what's his name again? From one of those Eastern European country. To me, he's one of the best coach I ever seen. So in 2018, 2008, we are preparing for the African Cup of Nations. But the way he was running the session, the way he do his stuff, and that time I was young, but I kind of remember some of this stuff. I'm like, wow, this guy really know what he's doing. Everything is organized. So that's when I start saying, I want to be a coach maybe when I'm done, because I know that I already collected a lot of coaching experience from coaches, because 2005, I had Fernando Clavijo, rest in peace, the guy who gave me a chance to be the person I am today as a professional athlete. Then I have an English coach, and I have a Scottish coach, and I have a Colombian coach, and I have a French coach. I have a Senegalese, almost like in 4 years, I have almost all coaches from different backgrounds, but that guy is really changed everything the way I see stuff. So I can say in 2018, that's when I start thinking about coaching.
Okay, wow. And I guess that would tell you probably who's your favorite coach. But I was going to say, do you have like a favorite coach or somebody you always wanted to play under? Someone you didn't get a chance to play under, but like somebody you wanted to play under. That you're like,
I wanted to play for Alex Ferguson because I'm a big Manchester United fan. And when they talk about the hair dryer, I want to see what that means. But yeah, Alex Ferguson would be a person that I want to play under and see how he does, because he build a team. He doesn't build superstars. If we're talking about Manchester United, we don't talk about superstar. We're talking about a team. So if you manage to do that over 10 years successfully, that's the guy you want to learn from and be under.
They said he didn't play the same 11 back to back in 11. It was like a few years straight. He did not play the same exact starting 11 game to game. Like he always made a change. Like I used to watch it with my friend who was a Manchester United fan, and everybody was always ready to play. He would just pick on somebody new in the midfield and Michael Carrick, whatever, and it would win, and it was just a machine. As long as you had Ronaldo and Tevez up top, I guess.
and nowadays, do you see any coach being able to do that? I don't know.
Not a chance. Only Jurgen Klopp has like sometimes you could put young players in, but the way Alex Ferguson, different 11 every single game.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. So no, I completely agree. And I would say, that's who you aspire to be like?
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely.
Yeah. And I guess to wrap up, just like as we get into the current times, like I was going to say your favorite, have you had a memorable coaching moment so far in New Amsterdam in the past? You've been around the club for about 2 years now, but do you have like a memorable coaching moment, like a moment that you've seen or you've been a part of that, like, okay, that was my favorite moment as a coach? Because you could have goals that happen, but
I think it's my first official game when we have to play. It's in the Independence Cup, the first game that was canceled. And you remember the lightning and the rain. Mm-hmm. So we were at Warwick, mm-hmm. and the game was canceled or delayed. So we're sitting in the locker room with everybody. We're talking. And that's when I see that there's something cooking in the oven. The team is coming. So we did a head juggle, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
I heard that outside. I was like, what is going on?
When we managed to head the ball, every player in the locker room and put it into the bin, we celebrated like we just win the World Cup. I mean, I'm sitting from far. I'm like, wow, something I never seen the last 2 seasons or the last 2 years I've been with the team. Finally, it clicks. That's when every tell me, oh my God, something is coming. And I knew from that moment on, we're going to surprise a lot of people in this coming season.
Yeah, that I can't believe I heard that from outside. And I thought somebody did something wrong because I thought you yelled it. Because only that could be that loud. I was like, oh my God, What did they do? And then I saw the video and I was like, and then I said, I've never seen them like that either. I've never seen the boys that excited. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Something was coming, and something is, here as we have a game, be in sports game of the week. So things are coming.
Oh,
we jump off the table.
And the other one is when I yell at you and you're fighting on me. I say, you doing it? Oh, you come out right now. And guess what? Now it's bringing the best out of you now.
Exactly. Yeah, no, all coaching moments you live in, it's all learning. We're all learning. Yeah, no, it's really, really great. And it's such a pleasure to have you as a coach, as a person, as a mentor so far at this club. I'm really happy to see it, like how far we can go. Maybe we can win the league next year. That'd be pretty nice.
This year,
some ideas.
We got 7 or 8 games left.
21 points up for grabs.
And then what would happen?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, but thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.
Hearing about your story. I could obviously listen to hours about your story. It's also fascinating, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Bright and early, 7 a.m.
Club of the people. So come support your club.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the New Amsterdam Town Hall. If you haven't already, head over to your favorite media platform and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Visit us online at nafcny.com for tickets, merch, and all the latest news on New Amsterdam Football Club. We'll see you next time.